Welcome to Tuesday's tip. I mentioned in last week's video that I would do a step 2 or a part 2 to show you how to make this card. I showed you how to get the sentiment straight onto a thin strip of card and also use it for placement. But I'm going to show you another little tip with the Stampin-a-Majig and show you how that we created this card. So what I've already done is I will put a link on my blog to show you how to get this background effect. One member of my team has already done a fantastic video on this, so I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to send you to her because she's really great. So what I want to do now is I want to get my tree images on the sheet, and then I want to get a reflection. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is get my trees onto the plastic sheet so that I can work out my placement. Okay, so do you remember from last week, we've got our plastic sheet and we've got our T-square. We're going to put our sheet into the corner, the right angle of the T-square. I'm going to use Early Espresso ink, and I'm going to ink up my tree image using the Early Espresso, and this is just to get the image on the plastic sheet. So I'm going to go right in at a right angle of the T-square, straight down and straight up. Okay, so I've got my image here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to position it on my card. Now I would really struggle to get this straight, and what I want to do is get my trees just above this green line, or just on this green line here. Can you see that? So I'm just going to move it until I'm happy with the placement, and I'm going to get it onto my cardstock. And do you remember I said that if you hold the sheet and the cardstock together, you'll find that your sheet doesn't want to move. So I'm going to put my T-square back on the corner of the same corner of my plastic sheet. I'm going to grip it with my fingers. I'm going to go to the edge of the Stampin-a-Majig, lift it up and remove it, ink up my stamp, going in at my right angle, straight down, straight up. Okay, so now I have my image on my card, but I want the reflection. So do you remember we still have the image on our Stampin-a-Majig? What we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, and we are going to position it so that it's on my idea is that the blue part is the water, so that would be where the reflection is. So if I line it up so that I've actually got the reflection image right underneath it, what I'm going to do is just lay down my Stampin-a-Majig. I'm not worrying about the edges not being straight, I'm looking only at the image, and I'm just going to give that a little rub to transfer the ink from my sheet onto my card. Okay, and then I've just got a really cool reflection. Now you can also do this with a brayer, but I know everybody doesn't own a brayer, and this is just a really nice way of using up the ink left over on your Stampin-a-Majig sheet. I still have some left on there, but it will rub off and smudge off, so that's easily washed off. So yeah, that's just a really cool way to get a reflection technique. And then all I did was I got the So Kind of You vellum strip that we used last time, wrapped it around the card. So what I did was I laid it on my card, decided where I wanted the So Kind of You to be. So I want it to be about there, and I just folded it back over the card, either side. Okay, and then I just bent it back so that it was, gosh, I don't know what the mathematical proper term, perpendicular, parallel. Basically you just want to match up the straight edge with that one. So you're going to work it out like that, and then you're just going to cut the little flag in the edge. And a little tip for cutting the flag, I get them both the same. So I've got my ends both about the same. If you cut up in the middle and then cut towards the middle point, I haven't quite cut that enough. You get a nice little even little flag on your end there. And then I've simply just stuck that down on my card front. I don't know if you've seen, but I've snuck in a new with colour there from the Colour Refresh. It's called Soft Sky. So that's the colour ink I used, and also the cardstock. It was really pretty. I was really happy with how that came out. I thought it was really pretty. So yeah, and then I just stuck that down on the back and then stuck that on my card front. So yeah, that's how you can make your reflection technique on your card. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.